So in my most recent video, I was talking about LARPing my own thoughts and the idea that I don't even have my own brain. Because I feel like I see so much media online and it all influences my opinion and it's all stuff that I want to see. Like subconsciously, my brain agrees with what I'm seeing. And so it just like further proves my mind that what I am thinking is correct and the right way to think. But I never get to see the other side, the other perspective, or if I do, I feel like I can often be quite close-minded about it. And then half the time I'm like, might have an opinion on something, but I don't even know why. Like, if you ask me why I think that, I couldn't even tell you, because I'd just say, oh, I just saw something on Instagram or on the internet, or some guy on YouTube. And this guy left a comment, and it says, basically, people have been influenced by the media surrounding them since humanity's beginning. Which is true, but I feel like, as of recent, it's definitely become a lot more, like, susceptible to happen because of how easily accessible everything is now. Like, you just have to pull out your phone and boom, you're instantly there. It's instantly flooding your brain. Whereas, like, before you'd have to have a conversation with someone, you'd have to read about it somewhere, like, say, like, 2,000 years ago. Sure, everyone probably thinks the same way, because everyone's still, at the end of the day, just a drone building a pyramid. Or I guess that was, like, I don't know, like, 5,000 years ago, but still, like, I don't know, I guess we'll never know what they actually were thinking, apart from using the stuff that they had written down, which is their media. But you will never know what it's like to exist back then. You won't know how it felt to think. And I mean, 5,000 years, we must have evolved at least a little bit. Especially, like, recently, you know, with the internet and everything, I think everything's just completely fucked. But he then suggested that if I feel uninspired or I'm lacking in original ideas, he suggested a few routes. So, the first one is personal pondering and reflection and introspection, etc. So, I don't know if that means just, like, looking in at myself, looking inward and just thinking about me as a person, I guess. But I feel like that doesn't give me my opinion on anything. It's just getting me to think about who I am as a person, which I guess would help create my opinion on something, because then I would like know how I would think about it based on the category of topic and everything like that. But I guess in some areas I do feel like I have my own opinions. So for example, one of the other things he says, reading, watching movies, listening to new music. I absolutely love finding new music, and I will just listen to it on repeat for like a week, and I don't care if someone says the song that I like is bad or if it's good. I don't care. I'll listen to my own stuff and I'll go see a concert for an artist that I like on my own. So I guess I have some individualism there, but it's like, yeah, okay, I feel like this guy came from a very general perspective of, I don't know who I am and I feel like I'm just agreeing with everyone else in every part of my life. But that isn't the case, because I do have my own personality and I have my own things that I like and don't like. And I don't really care what other people think about what I like and what I don't like. I do care what other people think about me, though, but I feel like everyone does. You can be the person that says you don't, but in reality, you do. Because you're human at the end of the day, right? But that doesn't matter. I'm more coming from the angle of, if you were to ask me, like, why do I think Israel is bad? I couldn't tell you truly, like, I couldn't give you an actual, honest, confident answer to that, because I don't know. I've not done enough research, but I'm just told by the media that they are bad, and therefore, in my mind, they are bad. And I swear that's how, like, Nazis and Hitler and all that came about, because, like, he was basically telling everyone the Jews were bad, and then they all agreed, and then he fucking, again, and then this is another thing, like, the 6 million thing, and then the 6 million, the 271k. I don't know what to believe, but you basically have to pick a side. It is like the fucking, and this is another thing that I'm LARPing, it's like the red pill or the blue pill. I haven't even watched The Matrix, but I know the reference. But is it even the red or blue? I don't know. I know what black pill is. Kill myself. I don't know. That's just kind of like where I was coming from, because, like, yeah, I can look inwards on myself and I have my own opinions on things, but it's more from like a knowledge perspective, and I think the internet just makes you think a certain way because your algorithm is basically you. Like, you can pretty much figure out exactly the personality someone has just by looking at their algorithm on like Instagram or TikTok. And you can figure out what type of person they are. And I think that's very clear from mine as well. And I think that's a bad thing, because I don't think that your personality should be so easy to just run through an algorithm for the purpose of making money for these companies, but also just from a social aspect. I think that's just wrong. And I honestly wish that as a society we could just all just convene together and all delete TikTok, all delete Instagram, and just go outside and everyone can just be real again in person, because so much of social interaction now happens online. I was just playing a game of Super Smash Mobs, not this one that you're watching, but I was joined this lobby and I just want to play the game, and these 3 people are just sat there not playing the game. They're just typing to each other in chat, and I sat there and argued with them for like 10-20 minutes because I just couldn't wrap my mind around, like, why not just play the game normally? Like, I've just joined, I just want to play the game, and you're sat there not playing. And then when I go to kill one, they all team on me. And it's like, why? I just want to play the game, and you're, like, relying on a Minecraft server to have social connection. Just live. Like, sure, I'm also on the Minecraft server, but I'm not using it as an outlet to make friends. And, like, there's nothing wrong with that. inherently, but it just was so weird, and it just annoyed me because they didn't see my perspective. And then I asked this one guy, I was like, well, how old are you? I was genuinely curious, and he said he's 20, and for reference, I'm 21, and I was like, okay, that is just embarrassing then, like the fact that you're doing this at 20 years old. And then I asked what he did, and he told me his family's worth $50 million, and he's in school, in college. So I was like, okay, well, it makes sense because you've never been in the real world. Like, you've never actually had like a real interaction with someone other than someone else your age. So I didn't expect him to be like mature or anything. So it made sense. But then he said he respected what I did. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I left the server because I was just done. Because I already got gameplay for this video. And here you can see me lose this game. I can't believe I lost this game. This Iron Golem played like such a pussy.